All right, we are underway from Jubilee. A few technical difficulties, new cameras, it happens. It is the Expos taking on the Swift Current 57's. This is game 1 of 2 today. Of course, always brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. That one is swung on and hit well. And that one isn't coming back. A 2-run shot to kick things off for the 57's. Not the start the Expos were looking for.
2-run home run for Fowl. Now batting the catcher, number 27, Quinn Bolton.
Do want to mention as well as we continue through this game, this is game 1 of 2, a doubleheader here at Jubilee, but we will be visiting with Griffin Allen in a little bit. He is our next guest on Locker Talk, so I'm excited to get that one out there. Oh, that one ends up hitting the ground.
Bolton the board on the air for the shortstop. Now batting first baseman, number 11, Ty Switzer.
Ty Switzer up next, currently 2-0 for Swift Current. Cohen Murray is on the mound today. He's starting. That one swung on and hit back. We do want to apologize for a few of the technical difficulties as we've, in the last 24 hours, I guess. It was an interesting road trip for us. We ended up in Balgony last night, back to first, not doing anything. We ended up in Balgony and had some issues with power sources, Wi-Fi, a little bit of everything. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. At the same time, we did end up getting a separate stream to finish everything off. Now we're back home at Jubilee, and it's nice to be home. Nice to know the surroundings, you know? And that one is swung on and heading over and out. Right now, the count at 0-2, as you can see on your screen there. Back to first. No tag applied. He's going. That one gets past Cohen. 1, 2. Beautiful play to finish off that half of the inning.
Seven scored runs on one hit, 2 errors, no left on one. Good current 57's. No. 2. Expo 0. It's just a 4-3.
We are going to head to the bottom half of this inning. You're watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. It's Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. All right, welcome back to the Parkland Valley Sports Network. It's the bottom half of the first inning. If you missed the top half, we'll get you caught up. A two-run bomb. That is the scoring, and that is where we are left with today. Count now. 1-1. Deacon Krieger up to bat. That one in there for another strike. And that one is put in the air. And it is a infield single for Krieger. Good start here for the Expos. Last night's game in Balgoni started off really well for the Expos as well, scoring 4 runs in the first inning, but unfortunately the wheels did fall off. Ended up dropping that one 10-7 in Balgoni. Back to first and no play. Now a quick look at how these Expos line up. That one straight back to the pitcher. Whoa! 2 out right there. No luck for the Expos.
1-3 double play for the second out of the inning. Now batting left fielder number 22, Jackson and Bradford.
All right, a quick look at how these Expos are lining up. Krieger's leading off, then Yount, Bradford, Thomas, Bill O'Crelly, Moore, Andres, Cleland, and then rounding it out with Griffin, Allen. Murray pitching today, not hitting. The DH is Callum Yount.
Young's hit was hard. Yeah, right out.
One will go outside for the second ball. Bill or Bradford at the dish now. Had a very good eye, leaving it there. Sitting at a full count now.
Three and two. 11 pitches total. Bradford out the walk. Brings up the first base.
Bradford moves his way down the line, working his way back in that count from way down to ahead and now on first base. Up next, it's Keelan Thomas. So we have Bradford aboard on first base. He's the second base runner these Expos had this inning. Comebacker straight to the pitcher, ended up in a double play, resulting in those 2 first outs of this inning. That one's swung on and put on the ground. That will do it. We will be back with the second inning in just a few moments.
One left after one inning. So current he's up two, five minus 4-0. Pitch count for Mason Bowser is team.
All right, and we will pause. You are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. It is Parkland Expos Baseball brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at the Flats.
Five, Ryland there.
Ryland Thayer will start us off for Swift Current in the top half of the second inning. Swift Current coming into this one leading by 2. Murray still on the bump right now. 1 ball and 2 strikes on fair. And there it is. Strike 3, 1 away.
Batting left fielder, 17, Landon Fair.
Right now, count at 1-1. There is 1 away here in the top of the second.
Always playing against him.
That one in there for a strike. Count is now full. After this at bat, we'll take a quick look at the SPBL standings as they stand right now. And there it is. Strike 3, 2 away.
Strikes out for the second on the inning. Brings up the second baseman, number 18, Levi Willis.
Levi Willis batting now for the 57's. Right now in first place still are the Saskatoon Cubs. They sit at 12-5. East Central in second at 12-7, a full game back. White Butte after the win last night up to third in the league at 13-8, 1 game back as well. The Saskatoon Diamondbacks 9-5, 1.5 games back. The White Sox also 1.5 back, and the Moose Jaw Canucks When it comes to the Expos and the 57's, the Expos could gain some ground on the 57's with a pair of wins today. The Expos sitting at 9-12, 5 games back. Swift Current 8-8, 3.5 back. That one is swung on and will be put in play. One is now aboard.
Right fielder, 13, Keegan Christensen. Line drive. It's a soft line drive, it's still line. Yeah.
So a runner on first, taking a sizable lead. Swung on and tipped back. Strike one. This is one of 3 games today in the SPBL. Of course, this one, then the second game of the doubleheader, and then it is the Regina Athletics and the Southeast Twins at 5 o'clock. Runner goes to second. It's high. Not in time.
1 and 2 on this game, so Will
Count now at 1-2. There are 2 away. Runner on second. This is the top of the second. Cohen Murray on the mound. Pitch. That one nearly hit the batter. Christmanson, the batter in this one. He's got a man on second. That one is swung on, hit high in the air. We'll see. That one will be taken by Maddox Andres, ending this inning.
Second, 7 scored. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. For 1.5, it's Swift Current 7-2, Parkland Expo 0. Pitch count for Colin Murray 36.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball on the PVSN, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. We are back now with the bottom half of the inning. It remains 2-0 for Swift Current. That one, a first pitch ball. Kyler Bill O'Crelly up to bat now. Time called by home plate ump Jason Gordon. Gordon, not gonna lie, quite a good friend of the show. 3-0 is the count now. Bill O'Krelly trying to get on base to kick this bottom half off. And he will.
Bill O'Krelly draws the walk. Brings up the catcher, number 9, Jacob Moore.
Jacob Moore now up to bat.
Strike here. Going right down the front.
That one a called strike to kick things off. Ooh, rough swing there by Moore. Behind now 0-2. That one a swing and a miss. Moore will go down on strikes. One now away.
Baseman for 17, Maddox Andres.
Maddox Andres now at the dish. In there safely at first. Runner goes. And that one sails way wide. In there safely. That one is swung on, hit in the air and well. Got there by the center fielder for the second out of the inning.
Second out, batting right fielder, 47, Cleveland.
Cleveland up to bat now. That will be in there for a first pitch ball. Runner only on second right now for the Expos. That is a called strike. Cleveland has Bill O'Krelly on second. That one is swung on and hit well. Caught there for the end of the inning.
One left after 2. It's current 57-2. Parkland actual 0. Pitch count for Mason Bowser is 28.
We will be right back in a few moments from Jubilee. It's Parkland Expos Baseball on the PVSN, brought to you by The Flats. It is the top of the third inning. You're watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. It's the Expos and the Swift Current Swift Current 57's. 2-0 for Swift Current right now. They're up to bat. He did not go there. One ball now. Adair up to bat. That one, a second ball. Murray still on the mound right now. That was his 38th pitch of this afternoon. That one will be in there for the first strike of this half inning. That one will go outside. 3-1 the count now. Count now full after that swing and a miss. That one is popped up. Tracking it is on first. Thomas makes that play. First out is now recorded.
First out of the inning. Now batting is the center fielder, number 7, Hudson Unger.
That one ending up just a little bit too high. One and one now. Unger at the plate for Swift Current. Today, so far, 0 for 1. That one is swung on. Put over and it will fall. And that ball goes all the way through.
Double. No, that's a double.
It will stick at third.
Double down the left. Line advance to third on error by the left fielder. Now batting. The pitcher, number 9, Mason Bowser. Left field.
So after all that, Swift Current ends up with a runner on third base. That will be a swing and a miss. That one tipped back. One away still. Count now at 0-2 for Murray. Runner on third base. It's 2-0 for Swift Current. That one left there by Gordon. 1-2. Put on the ground, over to 1 for 1. 2 away. Runner does stay there on third base.
Quinn Bolton.
Of course, stay tuned after the conclusion of this one, we'll be right back here at Jubilee for game 2. Starting things off with a ball. 1-0 now. Bolton up to bat. One down the pipe for strike two. 1-2 now. Take a look in now. There it is. Finishing off this one.
57 scored. No runs on one hit, one error, one left on. After 2.5, Swift Current 57's 2, Parkland Expo 0. Pitch count for Cohen Murray 53.
That's it for the top of the third inning. It's 2-0 for Swift Current. You're watching Parkland Expos baseball on the PVSN, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. We are back underway from Jubilee. Griffin Allen, our guest on Dugout Talks. Today, he's up to bat. A swing and a miss for strike one. Everything correct there on your screen as we reset for this half inning. 2-0. Swift Current still leads. Allen up to bat. That one, a swing and a miss for strike two. That one is swung on back for a foul. Count now at 2-2. And there it is, out number one of this inning.
Brings up the center fielder before Deacon Rieger.
That will flip the batting order. We're up to the top. We will meet up with Griffin at the end of this inning for Dugout Talks. Won the first strike of the at bat, 1-1 now. One is away, no runners on base. That one is swung on and fouled back. 1-2 now. That one will get away from the catcher, evening things up back at 2. Krieger 1-for-1 so far today. He had that single in the first inning and then was unfortunately caught in the middle of the base pass with a comebacker to the pitcher. Good play made by him, but not for the Expos. Swift Current, of course, defensive right now. In green, the Expos in their home white. That one will end up outside. The count is now full. Fouled back, staying alive. That one is swung on and will go out of play. Clouds starting to build up in the north there, as you can see on our screen. That one put on the ground over to first base. Taken there for the second out of the inning.
DH 79, Caleb.
Caleb Yount now up to bat. That one hits the ground, ball 1. Yount is another player we'll get to know a little bit more in the future here with our Dugout Talk segment. I think we've posted 3 so far, or run 3, maybe 4 even. But we will meet and catch up with Griffin Allen in just a few moments here at the once that third out hits. Hopefully it isn't in a few minutes, but we'll see. Nevertheless, Yount has 2 outs. He's this game's DH. And he will get on base. That is a 4-pitch walk.
Batting the left fielder, number 22, Jackson Brad.
Jackson Bradford up to bat next. He'll have Yount on first. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. In there safely, but closer than you'd want. That one a called strike. That one just a little bit outside. Swift Current really keeping an eye on Yount there on first. That one poked in there, and it will be a base hit. Two are now aboard.
Single on center field. Now batting for first baseman, 15, Keelan Thomas.
Keelan Thomas up to bat now.
Right, 50 pitches, right? That's what I got. Just double check. Yeah.
All right, so Thomas has runners on first and on second. Wanted that one, but left it. Good idea, too. 1-0 now. That one is swung on, and it'll fall. One run will score. Runners now on first and on third. The Expos, a late 2-inning rally.
Couplet brings up the shortstop for Latrelli.
All right, so the Expos getting one back and still threatening. That one a first pitch ball. Bill O'Crelly next season will be playing with Swift Current. Likely playing with or playing against a couple of his future teammates here. Spent last season with the Yorkton Kinsman Maulers. Another Expo that'll be spending more time with us, Theo Cleland. He'll be playing for the Maulers this season. Bill O'Crelly puts that one on the ground, and that will do it for this half of the inning. Expos getting one back.
One run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. After 3 innings, Current 57, 2, Northland Expos 1. Pitch count for Mason Bowser is 55.
All right, it's time to learn more about Griffin Allen. You're watching the PVSN.
Welcome back to the dugout.
No, we have to make up a game with Grandview, but it's Dolphin Country Fest this weekend. Trying to make up, like talking to a wall. Oh, maybe a Jamaica, but no, 5 hours before we go there.
To the dugout. Today we are talking with Griffin Allen of the Parkland Expos. And I'm going to start with a very tough question for you. Where are you originally from?
Here in Yorkton.
What is your favorite part about playing for the Expos?
Just being with the guys, lots of fun, lots of good guys out here.
What player do you feel that you model your game after? So is there a specific player in the majors, that sort of thing?
Not overly, but a little bit of I was a big Altuve guy, being a smaller second baseman when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked up to him.
What is your walk-up song for this year, and why did you pick it?
I did Let's Groove by Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I feel like it's just a good song to, get myself excited for my at-bat and get the crowd into the game a little bit.
Perfect. And who has the best walk-up song on the team?
Oh, I like Michael Kluse's walk-up song. I think it's funny and just everyone loves it, so hard to beat it.
Shockingly, he has a lot of votes so far. Who do you think is the funniest person on your team?
Deacon Krieger's a really funny guy. Yeah, definitely him.